by the United Nations to encourage and spread awareness and action for the protection of our environment. First held in the year 1974, it has been a platform to raise awareness on environmental issues such as marine pollution, human overpopulation, global warming, sustainable consumption, and wildlife crime. World Environment Day is a global platform for public outreach with participation from over 143 countries annually. Each year, the program has provided a theme and forum for business, non-government organizations, communities, governments, and celebrities to advocate environmental causes, and now even schools with the help of the platform that is Scope 2021. The theme for 2021 is ecosystem restoration, and this year it was hosted by Pakistan. On this occasion, the UN Decade of Ecosystem Restoration was also launched. I now have with me Ms. Asha Alexander, who is the principal of the GEMS Legacy School and also the CEO, and also the lady who is at the forefront of everything regarding climate change when it comes to GEMS and our school. Mrs. Alexander, if you could share a few words with our audience today.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Build the Planet. It's indeed a pleasure to be here, welcoming all of the participants from the several schools that are participating this morning. As Vriddhi pointed out, we just celebrated World Environment Day on 5th of June. But unless we take deliberate steps to make a profound impact on our environment, we will still be breathing polluted air, we will still be degrading our forests and ecosystems, we will still be adding to the pollution of the planet. I'm not being alarmist here. I'm very, very hopeful that with youngsters like you, you will be able to bring about this change through consistent action. Now, beyond awareness, we have to move to taking action in our schools, in our homes, and in our communities. It is only this that will help rebuild our planet. I sometimes feel people shy away, especially youngsters and some adults, in actually changing their behaviors. That's the hardest thing to do. They find it a little unbecoming maybe to look at sustainable fashion, or not to carry a plastic bottle, or to carry a jute bag while you go shopping. But it is these small steps that are ultimately going to impact the earth. And you are going to be the harbingers of change. And we would like all of you to not only find your voice on Build the Planet and Scope platform, but I'd like you to be able to influence policies in your school, talk to your principals, make changes in your home environment, look for sustainable fashion when you choose your clothes, look at a sustainable diet when you go out and eat with your friends, and bring about actual change. It's only when you can translate your thoughts and ideas into action that we are going to begin to see the impact that we are hoping for. So definitely, please share your thoughts, raise awareness today, because once you are aware, you have no excuse for acting the way you used to before you learned about something. When we know better, we must do better. And that's what I'm hoping will be a result of this morning's healthy exchange between schools. I wish you all the very best. And I'm hoping through your concerted action that you will become the agents of change that we are hoping to see. All the very best. And I hope you enjoyed this morning's session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Alexander, for sharing those thoughts with us. Today, as a part of our Group 1 for Stream Around, we have a very, very interesting theme that we're looking at, which we're hoping on the other side of, we actually come up with some concrete ideas that would help our environment and help improve the world that we're living in. Today, we're focusing on SDG 06, which is clean water and sanitation, which is also in line with the UAE's Vision 2040 of smart water management. Please note that each contingent has submitted an infographic on the 30th of May using the submission portal, which was then sent to the judges. The infographic included a list of materials that were used to create a prototype and a brief description of the prototype, which will help them take care of the situation of having water that is now polluted. The infographic was not designed by any pre-design, but with the contingent's thoughts. We have with us today on this panel two judges. We have Mr. DePaul, who is the executive director and co-founder of Yardstick. He's a passionate educator and has varied experiences as a teacher, trainer, school improvement, and innovation consultant. He's instrumental in design, development, and implementation of STEAM learning programs in schools. He's an electronics engineer from National Institute of Technology and has a master's in science education from the Tata Institute of Social Science. Mr. DePaul, I welcome you today this morning.
Thank you so much. Pleasure to be here.
We also have with us, besides Mr. DePaul, Mr. Murtaza, who is an Apple education specialist with over 9 years of experience in providing meaningful coaching and CPD to teachers ranging from the Apple education and STEAM in the classroom. He's a Lego Education Academy certified teacher trainer. He shines as an integration coach to provide turnkey solutions to schools for a long-lasting impact. Mr. Murtaza has previously represented as the regional partner for FIRST and has been an international judging panel for FIRST Global Competition and Global Learning Observation to Benefit the Environment project. Mr. Murtaza, I welcome you today this morning.
Thank you, Ms. Vidhi. Thank you, Ms. Asha, for inviting, and all the best to all the participants here. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, Mr. Murtaza. We also have with us a judge who couldn't join us for the event, but will be watching the recording of the event, Ms. Tamina. She's a computer engineer by profession and at her heart an educationalist. She became a data scientist with Microsoft Academy and has more than 10 years of experience in the GEM School, Dubai. She became an entrepreneur with her venture in 21st Century Learners in 2019, a Canadian edtech, and is on versatile e-platforms always. She has an aim of catering to the growth of school-going children in order to introduce them to a wide range of 21st century skills. And we're hoping that when she does watch this event, she enjoys it just as much we are going to enjoy it. And with that, I would now like to give the floor to our first contingent, that is C01, from which has in its contingent Hamdan Mohammed, Rashid, and Saif and Hamdan Abdullah. The floor is yours, C01. If you'd like to share your screen, you will have 5 minutes to present your prototype to the judges, and then we will move on to the next contingent. Once 5 minutes are up, you will hear an alarm, after which for every 30 seconds, there will be a negative marking. Okay, I believe C01 is not with us yet. We'll continue with C02 and come back to C01. C02 has Pranav Uni, Noman Heather, Rehan as its team members. C02, the floor is yours. You may share your screen.
Thank you, Miss. I would like to. Okay. So, good morning, everyone present here, respected judges, dear teachers, and fellow contestants. My name is Pranavani.
My name is Rehan Sohail.
And we both have, me, him, and Noman, have created a company called H2O. And we have made this company to save the world around. Yes. So, what is H2O? H2O is a company made by 3 students to create a better and sanitized UAE. Our company will provide clean water and sanitization across all 7 Emirates regarding water. And our goal is to create a safer country for the next generation to live, so that they are all happy and enjoyable instead of feeling scared. But first, it all starts with you.
How will it work? So our company will has around, I believe, 7 hubs, which will provide all sanitized water and sanitation to all the 7 emirates. These hubs will provide water and sanitization to its designated emirate, and we have put Dubai in the middle because of the fact that it is the most populated emirate with more than 7 million, I believe, 1 million citizens residing in it. We also have made our mode of transportation, which is called our Hyperloop. Since this project will start in the future, we have pitched the idea of a Hyperloop, which is a type of train transportation that can take you to each emirate within minutes. These Hyperloop tracks will connect you throughout each emirate, so you don't have to take the long way around each time. The 6 emirates connect to DXB in the middle, so that you can travel to all of them once you have reached the hub in the middle. Now I'd like to pass it on to my friend Pranav Unni.
So, who will be running this company? Yes, we will. The company will be run by 3 teenagers, and with the help of the UAE government, we can make this dream come true. All in all, the sole idea is to create a country in which worrying about natural resources won't be a problem. And it is our duty to show that we care about this. We have done this by creating our company H2O Co. We need the next generation to have the opportunities that we had and even some better ones. So now I'll be showing you what our model is. So this is how our whole base will look like. As you can see, there are all 7 emirates: Ras Al Khaimah, Fujairah, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, Al Quwain, and Ajman. And now, if you see, it also looks like an eye, in line to Sheikh Rashid's vision for 2040. And the middle hub is the DXB hub. As you can see, it's way bigger than all the others, and also the distance between all of them may vary regarding this how big the UAE is. And if you see this way, it also looks like a water droplet regarding water. And then these orange tracks are, well, the tracks from where the workers and the tourists can visit all the hubs and see how the mechanism works and how we run the company. And as you can see, this orange point over here, that's where you decide if you want to go to DXB straight or if you want to visit the rest first. And yeah, now let's see what mechanism we use for running. So this is the real deal. This is the mechanism that we will be using in our company. So this is how it'll be looking like. We'll be using polycarbonate, which is a recyclable material, and it can be recycled how many ever times you want, so it won't harm the environment. And as you can see, 2040 is written, so it's in line to the Sheikh's vision. And this is how it'll look if it were transparent. And as you can see on the top, there are these 2 entrances. That is the place where different gases enter. And then, as you can see, there are layers made so that they don't mix up. So when both the gases enter, when all different gases enter, I put it into this place, and then they're extracted by different methods. Like example, if I'm giving oxygen is extracted to fractional distillation, and then it's brought down to, as you can see below, where there's oxygen and oxygen only, and then on the left side it's hydrogen only, and then it's put out, and as you know, hydrogen and oxygen mixed to give water. And as you can see, there's a very thin transparent object that's going to be our filtration panel, because as you know, germs can be very, very, very small, so we need to make sure that they get sanitized water. So before we send it out, we make sure it's filtered. And as you can see here, this is the exit. So now this is our entire container. So as you can see, H2O, water, and the water gets stored there, and that water will be sent to our suppliers. Example, if Oasis wants to take it, like, we'll give it to them, and if somebody else wants to take it, we'll give it to them too. And then from there, we'll be giving clean and sanitized water to everybody in the UAE. Yes, I think that's it. Thank you for seeing our presentations. If you have any questions, we are more than welcome to answer them.
Thank you, C02, for that presentation. Judges, please note that C02 exceeded by 45 seconds. We now have with us C05, which includes a team of Mikhail, Hannah, Aryan, Sidra, and Michelle Dennis. C05, the floor is yours if you would like to share your screen. Share the screen and say start.
Hannah, please start.
Good morning, honorable judges. I am Hannah and I'm the project lead and this is my team. Our school code is C05. Today we are here to present our innovative solution to one of the most common yet consistent global issues. We are focusing on clean water and sanitation, SDG number 6, and our focus country is UAE. Fresh water is regarded as one of the most valuable resources on Earth. It constitutes about 2.5% of the water on Earth. Only 0.77%, yes, it's only 0.77% of it is readily accessible. Gulf countries such as the UAE are among nations with some of the highest gaps in water supply and demand. At the moment, they are meeting demand for water, but the major problem is that we don't have renewable resources. Groundwater supplies are depleting year after year because we don't have rainwater to replenish supplies.
Absolutely right, Hannah. I am Aryan and research lead of this project. I really wonder in a country where fresh water is the precious commodity. It probably comes as a surprise to learn that millions of liters are quite literally flushed down the drain every day. In every UAE household, up to 30% of clean water consumed is used just to flush the lavatory. Total water consumption in Dubai is about 550 liters per person per day.
Absolutely right, Aryan. I'm Sidra, and as the innovation lead of this project, I feel that is something very serious. We as a team brainstormed on different ideas on how we can solve this issue. And our team came up with the idea that we should use recycled grey water. So what is grey water? Grey water is the wastewater from showers, baths, spas, hand basins, laundry tubs, washing machines, and dishwashers. And do you know we use fresh water for hand wash, laundry, shower, etc. And this could be treated within the building, then used to flush lavatories. It's estimated that just over half of household water used could be recycled as grey water, saving potentially hundreds of liters of water per day.
This is called wastewater treatment. And currently, in the UAE, treated water is primarily produced for irrigation purposes only. But we would like to suggest if we can have grey water to address the water need for each building to be treated within the building. Then we don't have to be dependent on central process. Now I would like a solution developer, Michelle, to share with us the process.
Thank you, Aryan. The grey water recycling system should be placed on the roof of the building to reduce the need for indoor space or expensive odor control systems. The used water will go under process, where it will be passing through a cylindrical container, which is the filtration stopper. Here, I would like to mention we have used rubber bands to filter the solid particles, such as vegetable peels, from sinks, to reduce the cost of filtration. Firstly, it will pass through a sand sheet so that solid particles will be removed from the water. This cylinder will have sensors so that it checks the level and chemical content. And based on that, the water will be mixed with the chloride, which will clean out the impurities from the water. Finally, sodium carbonate is added to increase the pH value of the water. Now, I would like Sidra to share her innovative solution of smart bathing cubicles to reduce the water consumption when we take baths.
The smart bathing cubicle is designed to give you a refreshing and relaxing shower with minimum usage of water. It does this by using sensors that scans your body when you enter the shower cubicle to identify the parts of the body that need some serious cleaning and reduce water supplies for showering and the other body parts. That's a simple solution to consume less water while bathing, which we believe that has a much comprehensive impact. Now, I would like to invite our social impact lead, Mikhail, to discuss the benefits and applications of grey water system.
Thank you, Sidra. Let me list out a few impacts of recycling the grey water. Let's first look at the benefits. It is plenty of precious fresh water from commercial and residential towers, mosques, malls, etc. We can recharge the groundwater and there will be less burden on municipal treatment systems. Let's now look at the applications of recycled grey water. Some of it are toilet flushing, irrigation and landscaping, construction fields, and cleaning.
We stand with SDG goal number 6, clean water and sanitation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, C05. Judges, please note that C05 exceeded by 25 seconds. We now have with us C08, which is a team of Miss Pearl, Miss Gauri, and Miss Amber. C08, the floor is yours.
Amber, can
Pearl is not able to share her screen, so I'll just share it.
yeah, okay.
Good morning to our respected judges. Our project for today is the Hydroclops, that is the marine plastic detector, presented by our friends Gauri Nambiar, Pearl Gabriel, and myself, Amber Gabriel. Back to you, Gauri.
Hydroclops is a revolutionary, innovative machine which has a cutting-edge technology that can make water bodies plastic-free and thereby save aquatic life. Our machine's sole purpose is to clean the water bodies of plastic waste by shredding the plastic material found. How does the Hydroclops make a change? Hydroclops goes underwater, collects, shreds the plastics and store it in the compartment based on the grade of the plastic, thereby making water plastic-free. The plastic is collected at the labs and recycled. Removes 99.9% of plastic from the water.
The advantages of the hydroglobes. The hydroglobes works on robotic intelligence and can restore our water body back to its healthy state. Hydroglobes collects polymers and covers a distance of 3 kilometers per hour over the water bodies. The hydroglobes can have a massive impact on the various types of water bodies and lives of aquatic animals. The main objective is to remove almost all of the polymers from the sea and liaise with the Pollution Board to place strict regulations on water pollution. The hydroglobes is to be controlled via satellites, but when needed, it can also be controlled from land by scientists via remote controls. Let's have a look at the interior and exterior design of the hydroglobes.
Good morning to one and all. I'm very sorry due to the internet connections, I could not join. So let's dive into the depth of the parts in detail. So in the hydroglobes, we have mainly 4 parts: the detector, suction siphon, and the shredder. Let's talk about the detector, shall we? Detector, it is used for detecting pieces of plastic underwater, and it can detect the pieces of plastic underwater across the ocean. Then it is stored in local signal. Suction siphon, all located plastics are sucked through the siphon compartments. The separator compartment, plastic sucked in these compartments based on the grading. B, shredding compartment. Graded plastic is shredded into minute particles. Storage compartment. Storage particles are taken into shore to process further. Detector. It can detect the plastic in the water bodies and transmits the local signals to the innovation hub on shore. Compartments, separator. Plastic collected are separated based on the grades of plastic. Shredder breaks the collected particles to tiny pieces, and these are stored up in the compartment. The shredder is strong, durable, easy to move, simple, and easy to operate. Storage, shredded particles in shredded plastic in the compressed are compressed and stored, and this is processed at the factory. Suction siphon. The suction siphon is it's a part that sucks the plastic waste and prevents it from falling back into the rivers. Fun fact: the hero of Alexandria invented the siphon. Back to you, Amber.
The size of the hydroglobes looks something like this. The volume of the hydroglobes is 1.5 meter cubed. The color indications for the compartments are white, red, green, and blue. The white is empty and ready to collect and shred. The red, it is full and ready to be taken back to the factory. The green is 25% of the shredded plastic storage is full and able to function. 75% of the shredded plastic storage is full and able to function. Back to you, Gauri.
Now, let us see some images on how the Earth looks now and how the Earth will be after the hydroglobes. According to a study done by the University of Georgia, 8 billion pounds of plastic trash winds up in our ocean each year. We have to make a change. Whereas, if we see the Earth after hydroglobes, since the hydroglobes collect all the polymers from the water bodies, it keeps the trash reusable and can keep our water bodies safe.
Back to you, Paul, for some fun facts about the hydroglobes.
Fun facts about the hydroglobes. For 50 years, time taken for plastic to break down in the ocean. You know, now in today's world, no one cares about or doesn't do these minor steps to help the environment. So it's our time now to clear the water and make our Earth a sustainable and healthy place to live. Thank you so much, and thank you for your time and patience.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, C08. Judges, please note that C08 exceeded their time by 27 seconds. We now have with us C09, which includes a team of Mr. Aaron, Mr. Anshuman, Mr. Advait, Nived, and Joshua. C09, you have the floor.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Aaron from Avron English High School, Alade, and my group includes Anshuman, Advait, Joshua, and Nived. Our project is a recycled water purifier, which can be connected to systems and water sources to purify the water. And it also uses solar energy, which is eco-friendly for our environment.
Why are we creating this project? We are creating a water purifier as the pollution has grown and many people are not able to drink clean water. So we created our project as it will benefit many lives and it will also not pollute our valuable environment.
Materials we used. Our project and our goal was not to harm our mother plant or the earth. So we used recycled materials so that will decompose easily. Materials we used are recycled steel for the cover of the body or the outline layer, recycled nylon for filtration, UV light for the sanitization of water, reused or repair water pumps to pump the water into the filter and also to the storage. Recycle muslin cloth as the second layer of filtration, solar panels for providing electricity, and strong glass which during the UV light chamber so that we can monitor the sanitization of water.
That's right, Joshua. Now, guys, you might be pondering about how it works. Well, first the water will go through the small filter which will prevent the rocks and other big particles and insoluble substances from going through. And then it will be filtered by the layers of reused nylon and muslin cloth, and then it will go to a UV light chamber in which the bacteria and the other organisms are killed. And at the end, the water will be pumped into the storage system.
This is how it will look inside and outside. Our project will also be able to be connected to the water sources such as lakes, rivers, groundwater systems, and etc. And can be connected to different types of storage systems which will make the system more advanced and useful.
Thank you. Any questions? Any questions?
Thank you.
Does anyone have any questions?
No, I am good. Thank you.
Thank you. So one quick question, since you're using solar energy for distillation, do you really need other filters? Because distillation itself will take care of removing the particles.
Yeah, distillation is a good method, but it actually doesn't remove all the bacteria. Like we have to use all the kinds of filtration processes like sedimentation, decantation, filtration, and including distillation. So we have to include all the processes so that we get the pure and the clean water.
And not just that, when we distill water, when we use distillation, the water is so pure that it doesn't have any minerals on.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, C09. Judges, please note that C09 kept to their time. We now have with us C11. Please make a note that C10 has not reported for the event. In C11, we have Ms. Shohaima, Ms. Debbie, Ms. Roshni, Ms. Devanshi, and Ms. Vaiga. C11, the floor is yours.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So good morning, everyone. So our group name is Jipara Arigato, and we are going to showcase our project. This is our logo representing the solar, also the water, and at the same time, the buildings. Because our aim is to spread this around the entire world. We have consisting of our team, me, Shahima, Debbie, Divanshi, and Roshni. We believe and we are doing this project because a drop of water is worth more than a sack of gold to a thirsty man, and you do not know the true worth of it until it's completely gone. Now, I would like to call Debbie to speak on what is the solar drip irrigation.
Drip irrigation is also known as trickle irrigation or micro irrigation, to apply sufficient moisture to the root of the crops and to prevent water stress. In this system, water is delivered directly to the soil near the roots of the plant through a special outlet device called an emitter or dripper. Solar-enabled drip irrigation is that the sun strikes the solar panel, which converts solar energy into electrical energy. Water is applied directly to the root zone of plants using applicators that are orifices, emitters, and perforated pipes, operated under lower pressure with the applicators. Next to Roshni.
Thank you, Debbie. Now we have Roshni, and she's going to share with us. About the solar drip irrigation. Why did we choose this, and how plants can become more productive with this irrigation system?
Yeah, so we chose this solar drip irrigation because the problems such as climate change, poor yields, and erratic rainfall are expected to worsen in the next few decades. So the promotion of the solar-enabled drip irrigation will help the nation's strategy for poverty reduction, climate adaptation, and promotion of food security. Plants are more productive with the drip irrigation. High availability of water and nutrients, doses of the water and nutrients tailored to the plant's development needs, no saturation and good soil aeration, avoids high salinity caused by excessive fertilizer application, no wetting of foliage that can result in fungal disease.
Thank you, Roshni. Now we are going to talk in the terms of economics. How are we going to encourage companies to do these solar drip irrigations? So we have the benefits of this solar drip irrigation. We can have better plant health, which was expanded by Roshni. We can have less waste system because 70% of the water ends up in the soil, where the rest is lost to evaporation and wind. But a good irrigation system gives 90% of the water into the soil. That means very little loss to the evaporation. There's also many environmental benefits. That means there's less chance of erosion. It also keeps the foliage dry, which means that there's diseases are much lesser to occur in the damp conditions. You can also save money. That means your monthly water bill can be smaller. Now we also can save time because you do not have to do the work manually. You can also keep automatic irrigation systems. That means they can have their own systems to provide the water to the plants directly. That makes the irrigation even much more easier. There's also simplicity, like mentioned here. The Morgan Country Seeds Gardeners Irrigation Quick Kit systems are really easy to assemble, and they can also be very easy to use. We also have the adaptability and the appearance. The adaptability of the drip irrigation system can work on any soil type and also on unlevel landscapes. The appearance, you can easily hide the tubes with a layer of organic mulch. We are also going to think about this globally. How can it help the farmers? Solar irrigation systems can increase the incomes it can increase the incomes, as well as it can be very helpful for the remote producers, which are very inconsistent to access to the electricity or fuel in the remote areas. Also, the pump irrigation systems can reduce labors for water delivery. By targeting water at the crop roots, drip irrigation system can reduce weed and disease pressures. Drip irrigation system significantly increases the water's use of efficiency. Now we have Debbie, which will tell us more about our aim for this project.
The problems that are expected to worsen in the next few decades will be climate change, poor yields, and erratic rainfall. Promotion of solar-enabled drip irrigation will help the UAE nation in 2040 strategy for no poverty, climate adaptation, smart water, and renewable energy. Shall only be safe. Solar energy. Today's resource for brighter tomorrow. In a single hour, the amount of power from the sun that strikes the earth is more than the entire world consumes in a year. When energy is coming right from the sun, then why are we digging the earth? It gives us a chance to carbon dioxide emissions and eliminate the dependence on fossil fuels, so we can save 30% of water.
Thank you, Debbie. Now we have this amazing prototype that we made, and Devanshi is going to explain how is the solar drip irrigation system done.
Thank you, Shahima. How is it done? If you can have a look at my video, I will explain it to you with the help of this prototype made out of recycled items. The pipe unit takes water from the source and provides the right pressure for delivery into the pipe system. The control head consists of valves to control the discharge and pressure in the entire system. It may also have filters to clear the water. Common types of filters include screen filters and graded sand filters, which remove fine materials suspended in water. Some control head units contain a fertilizer or nutrient tank. These slowly add a measured dose of fertilizer into the water during irrigation. This is one of the major advantages of drip irrigation over other methods. Main lines, sub-mains, and laterals, as I have painted in blue, supply water from the control head into the fields. They are usually made from PVC or polyethylene hose. Lateral pipes are usually 13 to 32 millimeter diameter. Emitters or drippers are devices used to control the discharge of water from the laterals to the plants. They are usually spaced more than 1 meter apart with one or more emitters used for a single plant, such as a tree. For row crops, more closely spaced emitters may be used to wet a strip of soil. The basis of design is to produce an emitter which will provide a specified constant discharge which does not vary much with pressure changes and does not lock easily. Thank you. Over to you, Shahima.
Thank you, Devanshi. Now I'll just tell you a quick comparison of the advantages and disadvantages of this solar drip irrigation system. First off, you can see that there's less disadvantages. Let's see why. For the advantages, the system, as we said, can work automatically, even during the summer seasons and the vice versa, because the water can automatically increase on the clear hot days when the plants need more water, as well as the vice versa. Also, the traditional diesel pumps are replaced by solar energy generators in all new drip and spray irrigation systems. That means they are saving 30% of the water. Solar drip irrigation system is an easy way to install and also very reliable. Now it's also very simple and low tech. So there are fewer things which can go wrong. And for the disadvantages, we can see that they are very tiny holes which can get very easily carved. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't have advantage. As you can see, the tubes there can be removed, thrown away, or they can be recycled at the end of each growing season. Also, the lifetimes of the tubes used in the drip irrigation system can be shortened by the sun, causing the wastage. But we can also see that the prices of the pipes for this drip irrigation system are also very cheap. Now, lastly, we have a quick video which I'll showcase here, which will tell you why the world needs drip irrigation and how it can change the world. Thank you so much for giving us your precious time.
Thank you so much, C11. Judges, please note that C11 exceeded their time by 4 minutes 23 seconds. We now have with us C13. The team consists of Kushal Suri, Neev Barua, Shubh Desai, and Aaron Antonio and Amit Jain. You have the floor now, C13.
Good morning, everybody, judges and teachers. We are Team Environment by Aaron Anthony, Kushal Suri, Neev, Shubh, and Ali, presenting our project.
While building our project, we kept SDG 06 in mind along with the UAE Vision 2040. Our idea's name is Environment. Our idea is focused on providing clean water for daily necessities like drinking and sanitation. It comprises of various purification methods. Some of them are solar purification, filtration, reverse osmosis. It features various components like an app that controls the machine, an inbuilt AI-powered virtual assistant like Google Assistant or Amazon's Alexa.
Main motive. Our main motive is to help solve the problem regarding the lack of basic water necessities for some people. Although humans have been making significant strides towards solving the water problem, we still have a long way to go, and we hope that our project can help make the journey a bit quicker.
You might be asking, what are some applications for our project? For me to tell you all of our applications, it would exceed our time frame. So please allow me to tell you a couple of them. Polluted water is not just dirty, it's also deadly, with over 1/3 people in the world not having access to safe water. The commodity is a luxury to some people. Our project can help improve the issue. With 3process built into a cost-effective machine, we have an effective way to combat water scarcity. Polluted water is not just dirty, it is also deadly. Our machine can also be used to create safe, uncontaminated water for sanitation. Sanitation is essential, a process made even more crucial with the COVID-19 pandemic, and unfortunately, many people do not have access to basic forms of it. Our machine aims to provide safe water for sanitation as well.
Hello, everyone. Oh, sorry.
Here is a sneak peek on our app.
The app that I made is an environment control app. So once you load in the app, it's going to give you a page like this. Then it goes to the welcome page, as you can see over here, and this is the information pH level, the temperature, and the motor speed. So now let's check the pH level. As you can see, 6.5, and the temperature is 21 degrees. And also we can check it again. And now as you can see, the pH level is getting better. And over here, we can check the motor speed, and we can increase the motor speed over here. You can have a virtual assistant to do it all voice controlled. And here's to go back to the welcome page. Thank you. The app that I made.
Hello, everyone. I'm Darish. I'm a member of this team, and I'll be presenting the 3D model. So first, the 3D model of our project is there in order to provide a clean water. So please watch this video explaining the model.
Hello, everyone. This is our group environment, and this is our project. This is a 3D model. The water input comes from here, which is connected to a lake or reservoir, which then goes into a filtration process where it's filtered from any object. Then, using solar panels, this solar purification system happens where all microorganisms are killed. Later, this is
the osmosis area where reverse osmosis takes place. And last but not least, all clean water would then go into this storage system which then can be sent out to homes, hospitals, or anywhere that needs water, which then they will receive a supply of clean and uncontaminated water. Thank you.
Thank you for watching our.
The cost implication. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you for watching our videos and listening to our project. We hope you enjoyed them. We work collaboratively and put our all into it.
Thank you so much, C13. Judges, please note that C13 exceeded by 1 minute and 15 seconds. We now have with us C21. The team consists of Mr. Kushagra Nayak, Mr. Anubhav Chatterjee, Ms. Anshri Sahu, and Mr. Aryan Kumar. C21, you have the floor now.
Good morning, participants, respected teachers, and honorable judges. Today, I would like to present some slides prepared by C21 Stream Along Group 1. These slides were prepared by Anubhav Bhattacharjee, Anshri Sahu, Aryan Sasmal, and Kushagra Nayak. Our main focus is cost-effective water management systems.
The goal of a project is Sustainable Development Goal 6 is about clean water and sanitation for all. It is one of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals established by the United Nations General Assembly in 2015. The official wording is ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all.
The infographics presented is a simple idea which describes the whole procedure of design thinking implemented on our project. It starts from taking interviews, defining problems, ideating solutions, making prototypes, and testing our basic idea.
Following is the infographics made by our team. The infographics includes list of materials used, what's the basic idea of rainwater harvesting, and at last we have how rainwater harvesting is a great solution to solve water scarcity.
The person we interviewed first, Pankaj, told us that Khoni village is facing four main problems related to water, which were incompetence of the villagers, municipal water supply only for 2 hours every day, tanker water is not fit for drinking, and this forces the citizens of the village to buy bottled water.
We have taken interviews of many villagers to find out what are the common problems that they face. First, Khoni village only has a single river, the Sai Khari, which only flows during the rainy season. So, the villagers have to be dependent on the municipality water for their daily purposes. Second, there is very little groundwater in the village, and the villagers haven't really paid any attention to this problem for a long time. Also, there is continuous construction work going in and around the village, which further drains the groundwater.
To solve the water issue, we have come up with a solution of rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting is a simple idea, which is the collection and storage of rainwater. The main importance of rainwater harvesting lies in the fact that the water is stored for future needs. This also helps to raise the level of groundwater, which is also a source which can be easily accessible.
The prototype is made by our group. Following are the material used: cardboard, newspaper, thermocol and ice cream sticks, and a quick view of a model. This explains our prototype, that is rainwater harvesting. In this, we'll get to know about rainwater harvesting and the pros and cons of this project.
We have presented our ideas to the villagers, and some of them, like Sagar Thumbe, have agreed to implement our ideas by building a small rainwater harvesting tank to perform rainwater harvesting.
And that brings us to the end. I'd like to thank you for your time and attention today. Thank you so much for your interest and attention. Thank you.
Thank you so much, C21. Judges, please note that C21 kept to their time. I would now like to welcome C23. The team consists of Sharish Kondarki, Ramya Singh, Afshin Nizam, and Varunaga Lakshman, and Agam Kaur Kohli.
Ladies,
your time starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2.9 billion. That's the amount of money being spent on desalination here in the UAE. That is an enormous amount of money, resources, and effort being spent on this process. We believe this is a field that requires disruptions and innovation. We hope with our idea of solar distillation, we can bring this much needed innovation to the sector, leading to reduced spending and increased efficiency.
Greetings to one and all present here. Let's introduce the team members. We have Afshin Nizam, Agam Kaur Kohli, Ramya Singh, Sarish Konkari, and Varunaga Lakshmanan to represent contingent C23. An anonymous person once said these wise words: "A drop of water is worth more than a sack of gold to a thirsty man."
Water is a natural gift which is scarce in the UAE due to less rainfall and meager groundwater reserves. An average family can waste up to 30 gallons of water on a daily basis. To protect this, the UAE is currently spending around 2.9 billion dirhams every year. We made a project based on the 6th SDG. Minds of young folks have come up with different techniques.
We present to you our solution to water scarcity in the United Arab Emirates. Of course, this project wouldn't have come up without cosmic teamwork and effort. We have done valuable research and have implemented it wisely on our solution. By completing some preliminary research, we were exposed to a lot of information and initiatives taken up by various countries. We had regular meetings to chew over on our solution. This helped us to design a low-cost, effective, and nature-friendly prototype of our idea.
So, you all must be wondering what exactly our prototype is based on. When infinite energy is coming from the sun, then why are we digging the earth? We have focused and aimed to conserve sunlight that is abundant in UAE, and at the same time the cheapest available resource. Using the power of solar thermal collective panels that capture energy of sunlight and convert it into heat energy, a distillation chamber is mindfully used that helps to distillate water.
This is the digital drawing of our prototype. The process initiates with the salt water reservoir. The water then travels through the pipes and into the boiler, where the water is turned into water vapor, and the energy for this process is obtained from the solar thermal collectors. The water vapor enters the distillation chamber, where it is purified. The membrane levels present inside are represented by dark gray colored strips on the outside. They separate salt and water further. The water then travels to the reservoir to the pipe situated.
So this was how our prototype was translated from the digital world to the real world. This prototype was made using different recyclable materials such as aluminum foil, cardboard, paper, styrofoam for the base, and a few plastic cups and skewers. But what's different about our prototype? You've already heard about the solar panels and distillations. So while most of the machines or products available already use the power of heat to help distill the water in the presence of the sun, our prototype uses thermal energy to help power the distillation process. This is a suitable choice for UAE as we have an access to an abundance of salt water, and if I may add, we have the sun literally beaming at our faces every single day, so we have a lot of solar energy. In fact, it's well known that solar energy is the cleanest and most eco-friendly source of energy available on the planet.
So, how does the prototype work? The process starts with the salt water reservoir. Through the pipes of the reservoir, the water passes to the boilers, which help change the water to a gaseous state. The boiler obtains energy from the solar thermal collectors, which captures the energy from sunlight and converts it into heat energy that the boiler can use. After which, the water vapor then enters the distillation chamber, where the heavier salt molecules sink and the lighter water molecules continue rising. The membrane levels situated throughout the chamber allow the water molecules to pass through some of the salt molecules that might still be present. The water then flows out of the top of the chamber through a series of pipes to the distilled water chamber, which is kept at a cooler temperature to help the water condense.
So, ladies and gentlemen, sustainability is the key of human wellness, and we thought, why not use our prototype using UAE's unlimited solar energy and salt water? Our prototype reinforces the idea to use resources we already have. So, a sustainable distillation solution to meet a long-term water needs in UAE, which is the main principle for this project. Well, resulting in fresh water for our cities and at the same time supporting to heal our Mother Earth.
So while our idea and prototype might help with the freshwater scarcity in UAE and help reduce the amount of energy being spent on desalination, we still need to make a difference where we live. Conserving the usage of water in our homes is essential because remember, to a thirsty man, a drop of water is worth more than a sack of gold. Thank you and have a great day ahead.
Thank you so much for that presentation, C23. We're now moving on to C27, which has a team of Mr. Shenuk, Ms. Kia, Ms. Suresh, and Mr. Wimal.
Yeah.
Smart Water Management by Soresh, Hiya, Vimal, Shanab.
What is smart water management? Smart water control is a framework intended to assemble meaningful information on the stream, flow, and supply of water in urban areas. The primary objective of smart water management in smart cities is to adequately guarantee that the framework and process utilized to supply water are overseen adequately. Some some of the essential highlights of smart water management incorporate administration and control of water's pressure and flow, effective strategies of anticipating leakage, and innovative water metering. Water metering utilizes AMI digital meters that can communicate in two directions. The smart meters use secure communication to automatically and wirelessly send actual energy consumption data to service providers and consumers.
Benefits of a smart water management system. Detection of leakage and spillage and where exactly they are occurring. Reduction of energy and vitality to use of the least amount of resources while providing ample water. Possibility of forecasting upcoming repairs and requirements of the company's artifact. Advancement of productive machines ensuring the best quality. Smart water meters are capable of providing data on utilization, dynamic billing, and so much more.
As you can see, the water has gone down. So basically, we use the plastic bottle to put charcoal, sand, gravel, pebbles, and cotton inside the bottle. After that, the rocks and gravel filter out the large sediments. The soil and sand filters out the fine impurities and organisms. And at last, the cotton layer acts as the final barrier, which basically removes any other excess dirts. So the way how we made this was plastic bottle, syringe, charcoal, sand, gravel, pebbles, cotton boxes, and straws, and a small transparent tube. So there's also a syringe there so that it can create a suction and remove all of the clean water and transfer it into a cup.
Water filter. How does it work? Smart water management. The rocks and the gravel filter out large sediments. The soil and sand filters out fine impurities, organisms, and particles, and the cotton layer acts as the final barrier. The syringe makes a suction and sucks the clean water, which goes into a tube, then travels to a small pipe, then comes out of the syringe, and it enters your cup.
Right?
Benefits of a filter. It's cheap, it's drinkable, and it's 100% safe. It just takes time for it to go through all of the layers. It's very easy to make, and it's very convenient, so you can take it anywhere. Conserve water. Water converse, Water conservation includes all the policies, strategies, and activities to sustainably manage all the natural resources of fresh water to protect the hydrosphere.
Now we have the infographics. Materials we used are plastic bottle, syringe, charcoal, sand, soil, gravel, pebbles, cotton, boxes, straws, and a small transparent tube. Brief description. We use the plastic bottle to put the charcoal, sand, gravel, pebbles, and cotton inside the bottle. The rocks and gravel filter out the large sediments. The soil and sand filter out impurities, and the cotton layer acts as a barrier. The syringe makes a suction and sucks the clean water, which goes through a tube, then travels into a small pipe and comes out of the syringe. Then it enters your cup or bowl. How would it solve the problem? It's cheap, it's drinkable, and 100% safe. It just takes time for it to go through all of the layers. It is very easy to make and very convenient. You can take it anywhere. The average cost of a water filter is of approximately 150 to 100 dirhams. The cost the filter or purifier that we made is 4 dirhams. It is reusable, and also it can filter out large rocks and sediments. And you can use a bigger container to hold even more purified water.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, C27. Judges, please note that C27 exceeded their time by 46 seconds. Also kindly note that C24 is not able to access the Zoom meeting, because of which they will present during the stream around group 2. They will be the first presenters, and then we will start with the presentations for stream around group 2. Judges, please note that C01, C10, and C20 were no-shows for today's event. And with that, I would like to thank all the participants who joined us today and presented their solutions to this problem that the whole world is facing right now. Judges, if you would like to share your thoughts with them, Mr. Murtaza.
Thank you everyone for presenting. Very well done. I know there is a lot of hard work which has gone behind all this presentation and a lot of rehearsals. Just one tip: when you're presenting, make sure it's an elevator pitch. Stick to your time of 3 minutes. You may not need to present everything which is there, and try to be more natural and not put all the text on your slides. Speak to your participants. That will help you as a public speaker when you grow on in your career. All the best, everyone.
Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, Mr. Murtaza. Mr. DePaul.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. I can see a lot of innovative ideas and solution that has come up today. And now we have the toughest job, picking out the best. So yeah, so I will try and do justice to that as much as possible. And good luck with your ideas. And I'm pretty sure, with this generation of students thinking so much about the environment, that definitely has a much better future. Thank you so much, everyone, once again. Good luck.
Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. And once again, participants, thank you so much for making Stream Around Group 1 such a grand success. We now have Stream Around Group 2 that will be starting in a short while. And I wish all the best to all the participants. The winners will be announced on the 17th of June. So hold your horses while our judges actually tabulate everything and bring everything together, and we'll announce the winners on the 17th of June. Thank you so much for being a part of today's event, and I hope you all have a lovely day ahead. Stay safe and stay strong. Remember to protect your environment. Thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you so much for the beautiful comments. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Have a good day, ma'am.
Thank you.